Here we using Acode editor and a Kiwi browser. First I open Acode editor. It taking little bit time. There is untitled project. I'm going to set up my project file, and in some other video I will explain how to download and install and set up this project. So here we are going to create index.html. Most of the servers will understand or prefer first file to render, which is named as index.html. It is good practice keep first file name or our prior like our primary file as keep as index.html, but mistakenly I have written as index.html. We will correct it later. And I have here HTML boilerplate. I just copy and paste it here. I just do it for reduce the typing error because I'm using mobile screen. Here is the some important basic tags I'm showing. For every HTML it is mandatory and should be like this. These tags are won't give any content on web page. The web page will be blank. The title, your page title, will be shown in title bar. Until then nothing we can able to see. Okay, we will look into the browser. Before that, these are called declarative tags. Actually the HTML, its hypertext markup language, is a declarative language. In HTML we can manipulate content only by these declarative tags. As I said, here nothing we can see because these tags are behind the screen. You can see your page title as in the title bar. In title tag I just writing as HTML basic 1. We will open it in another browser called Kiwi browser. Kiwi browser itself having developer tool option. It will helps us to understand how HTML elements are working begin the screen. It will helps to understand how these elements are function. Yeah, here we can see HTML basic 1 as in the title bar, and there is no content in here. Now in this element, in this developer tool, you can see these elements tab. In this elements tab you can see whatever declarative tags are there in our source file are able to see here. If you want edit these things and if you want to try something new, you can do with the development and it won't affect our source file. Now we are going to looking about heading tags. HTML having 6 heading tags. These heading tags are really helps to present content, especially a text content, and these headings have a preserved styles and some properties. Those helps us to both developers and and viewers helps us to view and modify the content with compatibility irrelevant of which browser it was. There are only H1 to H6 headings are there. If we write H7 heading, it won't have any preserved styles or preserved properties to the content. We will look into the same also. Here I am writing H1 to H3. I will write H4, H6 and also H7, but there is only H1 to H6 tags are there. I just write H7 for testing purpose, and we will inspect these tags in Kiwi browser developer option. We will look into these properties also. See here, so you can able to see the difference and how H1 tags are highlighted here. Most of the time H1 tag used only one time in a single page. That that will be for semantic purpose, and here I am writing H7 heading tag. We will see how it will be shown on here. Yeah, see this H7 heading tag somewhat differ from all about that. We will look all of these heading tags properties in Kiwi browser developer tool option. I just refresh it. I just refresh the document. See, I'll show the H7 tag. There is no margin border padding and content size. Like H1 to H5, there is something preserved style like display is black, font size 2 em, margin have some em, and also padding. Sorry, and also content have its some constant value. Like that, it will helps to understand viewers as well developers. This style has some preserved property, so that easily distributed to in any content, any text based content. Like we can give title, and mostly these are using for heading and subheadings. As H7 doesn't have itself any property or styles preserved. can manipulate it in so many ways, and you can learn it so many things about HTML and its elements and its properties. It will be really fun and enjoyable. Whatever we working with developer tool option, it won't affect our original file. And I didn't do here. If you want, you can do it, and you can practice it, and you can gain more knowledge about by practicing it. I'm just showing how h1 to h7 properties are there. Okay, I will delete all heading tags and we will move to paragraph tags. Paragraph tags, likewise heading tags, it has itself a semantic purpose, but it doesn't have any preserved style. Even to keep it two line one by one, we need to separate it by line break tags. I'm writing this is paragraph, and I will write also I am Murthy in the next line, but it will show in same line. We will look we will look about paragraph tag in some real-time blog posts. We will take some real blog. Okay, I'll choose blog post tips. Sorry, bloggingtips.com. In here, someone write how started blogs. Carry deck. Thanks to carry deck, we will looking about this document. We will search how many paragraphs are there. We will look in any of one paragraph. As I told, paragraph tag have semantic meaning, so any of user, developer, writer user using this for the semantic purpose, developers and writers using this for SEO purpose, and text to voice, like if some user try to listening instead of reading, so that the websites understand itself paragraph, so it says to user this is paragraph, like before starting a paragraph. So it gives the user to paragraph start here, like that it will gives them, so the listener can understand, okay, the paragraph is starting here, like that they can understand. They assume it is the paragraph, like that. If heading h when it comes, it reads somewhat louder than other heading, so user can understand. So it heading comes, and most importantly, it is important heading. If subheading like h2 or h3 comes, it's read or says little louder than h1, so user can understand, okay, it was subheading, like that. If it comes as a paragraph, it will says like paragraph start here, like that it will says, so that listener can understand the paragraph by listening. Here I am showing there is only single line inside the paragraph tag, but as you can see here, there is lot of line by line paragraph are here. It is he did it with some CSS property. I will show you later on some other video. Now I will show in here. I will use line break to bring the second line to the next line. PR tag is the line break tag. This tag gives line space between the words or whatever it is. So the second word comes under the first word. Like that we can manipulate it. We can manipulate with some other tags like emphasis tag, strong tag, anchor tag. Like that we have so many tags are there. A tags inside the tags itself called nested tags. Like that we can manipulate paragraph tag. Okay, we will look into about next tag. The next tag is anchor tag. Anchor tag itself has a href attribute. This href attribute helps us to navigate to some links. The links itself will be external link or internal link. If we have so many files inside our project like home, about, file, like that we have different pages. This helps us to navigate to next page. Actually have to mention that if we want to get into real internet, we need to mention what it is, HTTP or HTTPS. I didn't mention here, so that it gives error. Once we corrected it, it will gives error to google.com. It's all because I didn't mention it is HTTP or HTTPS. Whatever comes inside the tag, we call it attribute. Every attribute have a single common attribute is styles, but not every attribute suits to every tag. Every tag have some similar individual specific attribute. Like a anchor tag has a href attribute. This href attribute won't suits to every tag. Like I write image tag here. Instead I return src attribute. This src attribute nothing but source attribute. I'm writing here the file name because I have the file in same directory. If we didn't have in same directory, we have to mention directory along with the file name, so it will gives us image. So the image can load the web browser can load the image. But if web page not able to load the image, or if the working problem, or if the image have a broken transmission, something happened to not able to see the images properly, we have to inform user what it is all about. I just mentioned here html.jpg. So the image tag has one more attribute is called alt attribute. This will show like this. If the image broken, or image source directory if not getting properly, or file name not getting properly, if file name are corrupted, whatever, if browser cannot render the image, it will show the alt attribute things. I just wrote html.jpg inside the alt attribute, so it's showing like that. We can mention like image broken or some other whatever we want.